Hello, everyone. We'll start in a couple of minutes. Just give it another minute, just in case anybody else wants to join. Right, we'll make a start. Okay, well, thanks to everybody for joining in. It's welcome to the second session of Office Hours by Pandorabots. My name's Steve Worswick. I'm the author of the Mitsuku chatbot, and during these sessions, I aim to give you a better understanding of the AIML computer language and little tips and tricks you can use to, just enhance your own bots. This week's topic is has been suggested by one of our viewers, and it was the topic tag. So I'll explain how to use that. Now, we've not asked anything specific about it, so I'll just give a general overview of how you can use it and what it is. So basically, the topic tag's a nice, easy way to group similar categories together. These may all be on like a similar subject, or it's to help with context, really. It's we have various ways of using context in AIML. We have predicates. We can use like the it to say like what is it and things like that. We can use the that tag, but today we'll concentrate on the topic tag. So let me show you how basically how it works. Right, so let's make a new AIML file for today. We'll call this one topic. Okay, right, so let's just make a quick category. So let's say, for example, what is your favorite? Right, there's no context, so what is your favorite what? So I'll reply with my favorite what. Now, I don't know if you've seen the first video or you're familiar with AIML. Hopefully you are. If not, watch the first video. But basically, whatever goes in the pattern tag is what the user says, and whatever's in the template tag is how the bot should respond. Okay, so we can test this one out if we say, what is your favorite what? There's no context. It doesn't know what you're talking about. So we need to tell it to give it a topic. Okay, so let's copy that category. However, this time we're going to make use of the topic tag. So let's say, oh, I don't know. countries. That's all I will advise is if you make your screen full screen, then you'll be able to see easier what I'm doing. It's all very informal. If you want to put anything in the chat window, please do. If you've got any questions, but I would advise making it full screen when it just makes it a bit clearer. Okay, right, so we have this time topic countries. So we're saying, what is your favourite? So we're going to assume it's on about what is your favourite country. So I'll say something like, oops, England, as I am from the UK. Okay, right, test it again. What do you think is going to happen? Says my favourite what? Because although we've set up this topic, we've not actually told it, but we're talking about countries. So to do that, we need to set the topic. So let's do that. So we'll say something like, shall we talk about countries? Sure. That sounds like a good subject. Okay. However, this time we actually need to set the topic ourselves. So we'll set name equals topic. Now you don't have to put it uppercase or lowercase. I prefer it just to make it uppercase so it just stands out from the box template. One thing we will need around there though is the think tag, because we don't particularly want the bot to display that it's set the topic to countries. So let's try this. Okay, clicking on there. Right, so now we say your favourite. My favourite what? Okay, it doesn't know what we're talking about. Shall we talk about countries? Sure, that sounds like a good subject. Now, behind the scenes, hopefully, it set the topic to countries. And if we say, what is your favourite? There we go. It now knows that we're talking about countries. The topic is countries. So what is your favourite? What is your favourite country? And it comes out with our response there. Just reset those. Now, I don't use topics all that often for doing things like that. But you can do. What I tend to use it for is to make wildcards, sort of catch-all categories. So as we're talking about countries, we could put in something like, no, I'll tell you what, just abroad. Oops. So what we're going to do is just make a few random, yeah, we'll put a couple of randoms in there just to mix it up a bit. Yeah. So got that on there. Okay, so now that'll just mix it up a bit. Save that. Okay, just reset it. Right, so the topic's blank. Right, so if I put in nonsense, it will say, I have no answer for that. Okay, because we've not coded the star. The star is there, but because we're not in the topic name, it doesn't activate. So it activates the wildcard, the UDC, which is up here, the star, I have no answer for that. Yeah, because we're not in the topic. Topic is countries. However, if we do the, shall we talk about countries? And now if I type rubbish in, there we go. It picks up one of the random lines that we told it there. So you could be talking about anything. It pops on, you know, change the subject, decide to talk about nonsense, and it will, the user will still be hopefully impressed for it. Still managed to think, oh, well, we were talking about countries, and it has responded sensibly to my last input. So in a nutshell, that's how the topic tag works, but we can do extra things with it. So let's make another topic. Yeah, I'll cut and paste that. So let's try. Let's make another one. Let's say, I don't know, dinosaurs. So we'll make 2 more blank ones. So so we're gonna have just 2 sort of like general pickup lines. We'll just get to see a dinosaur. And maybe something like, have you ever found a fossil? Keep this in here. What is your favourite T-Rex? Seems really cool. Okay, so we now have 3 categories for what is your favourite. We have a what is your favourite out of topic. We have a what is your favourite country, and now we have a what is your favourite dinosaur. So to get onto the dinosaurs topic, let's amend this. So shall we talk about blank? What we can do is we can put star inside the topic. So now it will say, shall we talk about whatever? Sure, that sounds like a good subject, and the topic will be set to whatever we're talking about. Now, obviously, if you talk about anything other than countries and dinosaurs, this won't pick up at the moment. But I'll show you. I'll show you what will happen. So let's save that. Okay, get rid of that. Reset the topic. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so we'll say, shall we talk about dinosaurs? Sure, that sounds like a good subject. So put nonsense in. Yep, have you ever found a fossil? So it's picked up our dinosaurs topic. There we go. It's picking up what we told it to say. There we go. The topic is dinosaurs. Yeah. Now if we try, shall we talk about countries? Okay. Now what's happened here is because there's nothing in the topic to say, shall we talk about star? Okay. How it works is it'll search the topic you've set up. If nothing matches in there, it goes back to the rest of your AIML, and so it picks it up there from this pattern here. Shall we talk about blank? So now hopefully we should be talking about countries. So if I say, what is your favourite? There we go. It's picked up the countries tag. Yep. So always remember, if there is another pattern in your AIML files, it will be triggered. Searches topic first and searches the rest of your files. Right. Problem here though is how do we stop talking about countries? I think so. We could put, shall we talk about pizza? Yeah, set the topic to pizza. What is your favourite? My favourite what? Because it doesn't know anything about pizza. Okay. Now, one of the things I'd like to use topic tags for is to validate input. Let's make another one. So let's say something like, okay, we'll make a quick category. We'll say, oops. Ask me a question. Okay, so the question is, do you like chatbots? Okay. And we'll set the chatbots. Oops. Yeah. Do you like chatbots? Okay. So now we need to, we're expecting a yes or no answer here. So let's say that. Let's get another one in there. So set the name to chatbots. Topic there. So we set the name to top chatbots, and we want them to either say yes or no. Yeah. So let's say yes. That's a no. Okay. And then what we'll say is if we say anything else, please enter yes or no. Okay, I'll save that. Right. Now this is going to have a problem, and I'll show you why. Let's try it. Reset this. Okay, so let's try. Ask me a question. Do you like chatbots? Yes. Cool, I like you too. Brilliant, right, okay. And the no will work as well. So let's try, ask me a question. Do you like chatbots? No, yeah. And then finally, your question. Put nonsense in. Please enter yes or no. Okay, so we'll say, okay, yes. Right. The problem with this is, if you remember, I said that if it matches if it's not in your topic, so if say, do you like chatbots? And if I say, what is your favorite, which is going back to here, yeah, my favorite what? I don't want it to do that. I want it to say, please enter yes or no. So this is the main way I use chatbots, the main way I use topics. What I need it to do is in this topic, no matter what you say, so the underscore wildcard, what I want it to do is to, I need it to check the input. Okay, so do that by using that command. Okay, so that can go in there. Right, these we don't need. Okay, so, oops. Excuse my typing. Right, okay, so now we've set up a variable called imp, which will be equal to whatever we type in. Let's just see if that works. Yeah, imp is equal to that, our nonsense that we typed in. So we need to check whether that says yes or no. How do we do that? That using the condition tag. M equals imp. Okay, oops. Right, so the value is yes. Cool, I like you too. If it's set to no, say upper and lowercase don't really matter. It's just I prefer it uppercase in non-templates. That's a shame. Okay, and then finally, we need the catch-all category. So if we don't answer yes and we don't answer no, say, please enter yes or no. Okay, right. Coding this on the fly, so hopefully it'll work okay. Let's try it. So I'll get rid of that. Okay, reset the topic. So, oops, ask me a question. Do you like chatbots? Right, type our nonsense in. Please enter yes or no. Right, this time we'll say no. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. So let me just reset that once again. Ask me a question. Now this time, if we type in our what is your favourite, please enter yes or no. Yeah, because this time this hasn't matched because the underscore wildcard takes priority over everything else that you type in, including a direct match. So it's picked up this what is your favourite. It's not equal to yes, it's not equal to no, so it produces our response at the bottom there. Yes, cool, I like you too. We have a problem here though, because, well, let me show you. So if I say, go back to our, shall we talk about dinosaurs? Right, we're still inside the chatbot topic. This is a rookie error. Okay, I've done this myself lots and lots of times. You need a way to break out of your topic, otherwise you're stuck in there forever. Yeah, the underscore takes priority over anything else you want to say, and so you're going to be stuck in there until you say yes or no and just loop around there forever. So we need to break out of the topic. Easiest way to do this is once it's given a satisfactory answer, topic, just set it to blank, and then it'll just reset it. So if it said yes, or if it said no, that's great. That means we're finished with that particular loop. However, if they don't answer either yes or no, we still want the topic set. So let's try this again. Reset this. Okay, so ask me a question. Do you like chatbots? Put nonsense in. Yeah, so it's still inside our loop. Yep. Well, I like you too. Right, now if we say, what is your favourite? Favourite what? Yep, we've broke out of the topic. Topic's set to blank, and so none of these are called. These can only be called once the topic name is set. Okay. So that's pretty much an overview of the topic tag. Feel free to play around with it. If you do have any questions, I mean, just drop us an email. I'm happy to answer anything. So it's just steve.worswick@pandorabots.com. And happy to answer anything topic related. What we have as well, I'm sure you've seen it, but we have like the documentation, various like details here. So we have like a reference, which includes all the different tags you can use. One last thing I will show you on the topic tag before we move on to the second question is how can we display what the current topic is. Okay. Now, the easiest way to do this, let's just make a thing. Say, oops. What are we talking about? We were discussing, and then you can use topic star. Yeah, so just like that, star and star. Now you can do star index equals 1 or star index equals 2 to talk about, you know, the topic you were talking about two topics ago. Okay, so let's say, shall we talk about pizza? Yeah, that's a topic to pizza. What are we talking about? There you go. We were discussing pizza. So if you need to see what the topic is, that's the easiest way. Just use topic star. As I say, that's all listed in the reference AIML reference file. So we have the topic and topic star there. So just some examples there. You can have a experiment around with. Yeah. And that's topic. As I say, if you have any specific questions, drop me a line and I'll be more than happy to help. Right, the second subject I've been asked to talk about today from one of our viewers is how can we do subtraction in AIML? Anyone who's used AIML for a while will know that there's no math function built in, and you'd have to try and code your own addition, subtraction routines, things like that. Now, AIML 2.0, we can use the new maps functions. Now, let me explain how this works. Okay. So we have built-in maps called predecessor, and there's one called successor. Now, what that will do is if you map a value, it will give you the number that's one below it. So, for example, if on this one, if star index was equal, if the star was equal to say 6, map name predecessor 6 would become 5. Yeah. So it just works it out. It just gives you the number that's below the one that you put in. So what we can do here is we can make a little routine that just takes away numbers to find out what's the result. So let's say, for example, I'll show this as my notepad. So if we're trying to work out what is 7 take away 3, okay. Now the way it does this is it just takes 1 from each number until it reaches 0. So taking 1 from 7 is 6. Taking 1 from 3 is 2. Yeah. Okay. So go from 5 is 1. 4 leads us to 0. Right, 0. Once it hits 0, we've reached our answer. Okay. 7 take 3 is 4. Okay. So all these 3 categories do just keep subtracting 2 numbers from each of 2 numbers. One from each. Sorry, one. It subtracts 1 from each number until one of them hits 0. Now, if the zero's on the left, that means it's a positive result. If the zero's on the right, it's a negative result. So if we were to say what is 2 minus 5, that turns into 1 and 4, not and 3. Plus the results on the right, the answer is negative 3. Okay, let me show you that in action. What is, let's say, 14 minus 7? 7, yeah, what is 25 minus 6? There you go. Yeah, so you can do it like that. Yeah, just keep subtracting. But it does require AIML 2.0 for these maps functions. Plus, it also requires that these maps exist. And now they are only Pandorabots built in at the moment. You would have to make your own if you're not using Pandorabots. So you'd have to use a map, create a new map, and oops. You'd have to call it. Let's try this. So I'll just make a quick demo. So what you can't see behind the scenes in this predecessor file is all this lot you see. So 10 would become 9. Yeah. And will become 8. Yeah, and so on. But we've done all that for you, you see, in this predecessor map. Now, unfortunately, if you're not using Pandorabots, as I say, you'll have to create the map. But if you're not using AIML 2.0, first question is why not? You know, there's all kinds of great things we can do in 2.0 now, and it's all backwards compatible. I was loath to move for a long while, and then just the use of the sets and maps is, you know, it's incredible the things you can do. But before I was working on AIML 2.0, I had to code all the math functions by hand. Okay, which is all here, all nonsense like this. So different ways of asking things. So if I go down to, you know, we go, what is blank minus blank? You know, I had to do all that work myself. So it ended up having to, you know, explode the number to get the tens, hundreds, tens and units, thousands, hundreds, tens and units for each of the numbers. And then we have to subtract one from the other. And it's just like traditional maths, yeah? So if it was like, what is, you know, 9 minus 1, I would have to, you know, decrease the units by 1. to get it to 8. And you know, I mean, look at this. That's a lot of messing about to for the sake of what we can do now in 3 categories. And all the numbers were all kind of, you know, a bit crazy. Because there was no set, so I had to, you know, make all the sets myself. So I would strongly advise. I mean, this will work for AIML 1, and it worked for numbers up to 9999. If you're interested in getting a copy of this file, just let me know, and I can someone get your copy. But now look, we can do all that in just 3 categories. And what we can do as well in the docs file. Oops. No, you're going to save that. Yeah, in the docs, check out this AIML libraries, yeah. As well as doing additions, subtractions, we can always do like addition, subtractions, multiplications. We've written all this for you, yeah. So it's all done here. So let me bring that up for you. Yeah, so it's just on this GitHub, available from the AIML libraries reference. Okay, so if you want to have a closer look, you know, it's all in here for you. Please feel free to grab a copy of that. And just like, you know, there's the subtraction part that I was showing you earlier. Yeah. It's all there for you, you see. No need to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. I'll just show you with the minus number. So if I say, what is 2 minus 5? There we go, -3. Yeah. So there we go. Using those 3, you've now made a subtraction. So I hope that answers the question for the person who sent it in. And I've seen we've reached the half-hour mark, so I think that seems a good place to call it a day. Hope that's been informative for you. If you do have any questions, please, we'll be sending out a mail shot with a Google form on for you to ask any questions, and I'll cover them in the next session. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.